Catholic institutions. I'd be remiss if we were in Danvers on Route 62 to not mention the beloved alma mater, St. John's Prep, and the tremendous support they've showed since this diagnosis. And not whether it be diagnosed with ALS or not, the St. John's Prep community is one of the strongest communities I've ever been a part of. And with their outpouring of support and just being here physically tonight just shows me how much they care about me and my family. And I just can't say thank you enough to all my prep friends and family over there. So there's countless others, you know who you are, who have helped out and have reached out. I get everyone's emails, texts, calls, Facebook messages, tweets, Twitters, tweets. I get your tweets. You know, I figure if we do, you know, 2 cans and a string, I'll get that too. But everyone who's reached out, I just cannot say thank you enough. We see everything, and it just means so much. And keeps me going on a day-to-day basis, which brings me to, as I have my heading here, my thoughts on ALS. What are my thoughts on ALS? Well, the video, Chris, and some of the maybe literature that's here tonight has done a really good job about telling you a little bit about it. Asked me 6 months ago, Pete, what's up with ALS? I'd say, Lou Gehrig got it, and it's really not good to have. That's basically all I knew. But if you said, how many people have it? What does it do? How old are you? What race? What gender? No idea. Well, it's a really easy answer. Anyone can get it. Doesn't matter how old you are, how young, white, black, red, yellow, female, male. Doesn't care who you are. You saw in that video there, Coach Aoki, you saw that nice swing there. You patted me in the eye hold that game. I don't know what's up with that. But I was basically in that shape right there about a year ago, maybe less. I was working out a ton, doing races, countless 5Ks, and ran the Tough Mudder, playing with the Blue Sox every summer, and really starting to figure out baseball after, you know, playing it for 25 years. I finally figured it out, I felt like, but I was in tip-top physical shape. And once a couple things started happening where I wasn't feeling as normal or as spry and as athletic or as strong as I once was, I figured there's something going on here. So once I stumbled upon an ALS website and checked out all the symptoms, and there was about a dozen there, you know, 10 of them right away. So this was 5 months before my diagnosis. So I knew right then and there I was dealing with something pretty serious. So I made my peace with it then. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't want to broadcast to the world that I had, you know, something, quote-unquote, terminal illness, or, because, you know, who am I? I'm not a doctor. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I kind of made my peace with it there. So once I got the diagnosis, and, you know, it was devastating for my family and my friends, but I was already there and saying, hey, guys, let's strap on our boots and go to work. This isn't time for you know, wallowing and thinking about what could have been. It's now accepting this is the reality of the situation, and now how are we going to move forward? So Chris mentioned a couple stats that I have the exact same stats here. And Tom and Tom Kane in the video here mentioned, you know, we're an orphan disease. An orphan disease means less than 200,000 people can have a disease at one time. So you look at that math and say, well, why aren't there many ALS patients out there? Well, I'll tell you. They get ALS, and then they pass away, and that's it. There's no adequate slowing down mechanism that's been proven yet. We're working on it. I'll get there in a minute. But in terms of why we're not the cool kid in town when it comes to some of these foundations or, you know, federal government, stuff like that, just frankly, there's not enough of us around. But if we're able to make some strides in going forward here, we'll be able to, you know, as my mother said in the video, it's coming. My line, which I stole from myself, it's not 1939. I'm not Lou Gehrig. We're not at Yankee Stadium here, thank God. We're on the North Shore of Massachusetts. It's 2012. There are a lot of smart people doing a lot of great things out there, and what we need, as Chris mentioned, we need people to help us push it over the edge here, because we're getting close. There's some really, really good momentum going here. And what I implore you to do, what I ask you to do, I believe I'm at that section here. Let me check my iPhone. I don't want to forget anything, God forbid. Yep, unacceptable, you know, we need some more things. Yep, okay. So, what I ask you to do, because people are constantly, God love them, they're constantly asking, Pete, what can I do? Asking my mother, my father, what can we do for you? We want to help in any way possible. I'm sorry, if we had 840 people over the house helping me, to tie my shoes and build an addition and maybe, do whatever to help me vacuum my car, it'd be a pretty crowded place. So I can't have everybody doing everything all at once. But what you can do is, everyone I think got a red bracelet tonight, I think, is show me some sign, I'm not crazy. Okay, great. So what I want you to do is, I know what's happened to my cousin Liz. She was out at a bar in Boston, and my friends are smart guys. She's a very cute girl, and my friend beelined it right up to her. What's up with that bracelet? Oh, it's an ALS awareness bracelet. Hey, I have one too. Turned out it was my buddy Joe, my cousin Liz, in the same bar. They had no idea that each of them were there. But just imagine the chain of events that can happen if every person in this room talks to somebody about their bracelet and what it means and what ALS is. Hey, use me if you want as a reference. Say, hey, my buddy Pete's got it. Here's what it does. Here's what they're trying to do. So that's what I ask of everyone who wants to help, because by just being here, you're helping. You don't know it, but you're helping in a tremendous way. So what I ask you, and going forward here, I feel like I'm a priest at the pulpit, go forth from this place. Go forth from this place. And use that bracelet as a way to bring out the word and spread it. And I know there's some big hitters in here somewhere. There are a couple. If you've got friends in high places, that's what I'm talking about, the networking. But get to the people who have the means to, because they're willing to give it. Tax breaks are a great thing. They're willing to give this money. So why not we direct it towards a very worthy cause? Because you know what? Every ALS patient I've met and all their families I've met in the past couple of months, many people have said a very similar thing. My nurses and my doctors said the same thing. It seems like ALS doesn't go for the downtrodden, woe is me type guy most of the time. For some reason, it affects really nice, really kind, really giving people, good looking, all that stuff. But the community I've now become part of, the ALS community, actually, the patient community, these people are incredible. It's not just, hey, wow, Pete's doing a really cool thing and standing up and trying to spread the word. These people who have had the disease for a lot longer than I have, who, like you saw George, the guy was a brick house, 6'4", 250 pounds playing basketball. Now, as you saw him now, those people much less fortunate than I am, who have had the disease for a while, who have that passion and drive, but they can't do as many things as I can do. So while I have the time, and God willing, I'll keep doing this thing for a long time. I'm going to get out there, I'm going to promote awareness, I'm going to try to get some funds raised, and just make sure we can get this thing across the finish line, because as my mom said, it's close, and we're really close. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being here, and happy spending for the auction here. So thank you.